Welcome to Flourish. I'm Diane Planidin, and you're in the right place if you're ready to create inspired life. And we do so by working on our own personal development, so we can be strong role models for those we love and mentor, and strong for our own well-being and our own self-actualization. Yes, this is the third behavior in Maslow's recommendation in becoming who you are meant to be, and that is through self-actualization. So here we go. Tip number 3. Third, to talk of self-actualization implies that there is a self to be actualized. A human being is not a tabula rasa, that is a blank slate, not a lump of clay or plasticine, modern day Play-Doh. He is something which is already there, at least a cartilaginous structure of some kind. A human being is, at minimum, his temperament, his biochemical balances, and so on. There is a self, and what I have sometimes referred to as listening to the impulse voices means letting the self emerge. Maybe that's your intuition. Maybe it's your instinct. Most of us, most of the time, and especially children, young people, listen not to ourselves, but to mommy's interjection voice, or daddy's voice, or the voice of the establishment of the elders, or of authority, or of tradition. As a simple first step towards self actualization, I sometimes suggest to my students that when they are given, for example, a glass of wine and asked how they like it, they try a different way of responding. First, I suggest that they not look at the label of the bottle. Thus, they will not use it to get any cue about whether or not they should like it. Next, I recommend that they close their eyes if possible and that they make a hush. Now they are ready to look within themselves and try to shut out the noise of the world so that they may savor the wine on their tongues and look to the Supreme Court inside themselves. Then, and only then, they may come out and say, I like it, or I don't like it. A statement so arrived at is different from the usual kind of phoniness that we all indulge in. He goes on to say, at a party recently, I caught myself looking at the label on a bottle and assuring my hostess that she had indeed selected a very good scotch. But then I stopped myself. What was I saying? I know little about scotches. All I knew was what the advertisement said. I had no idea whether this one was good or not. Yet this is the kind of thing we all do. We all do it. We are easily persuaded. He goes on to say, refusing to do it is part of the ongoing process of actualizing oneself. So, refusing to base your decision on somebody else's opinion or what the advertisers say and what they think will make you feel good. You decide, as part of your self actualization, you decide what works for you. Just because somebody has a watch that gives their heart rate and every given moment doesn't mean that's what you need. What's good for you? Just because a bottle of wine costs $80 and you happen to like the ones that cost $12 because that's what appeals to you, your palate. Make that choice. And this is basically a continuation of the opportunity we all have as humans to go through the process of making choices, to hush your mind, to hush those outside influences so you can really focus on how you're developing, on what you're becoming, and what you're going through in order to self actualize and be the person you're meant to be. Do what you're meant to do. Give back to society by pursuing your purpose. Remember, passion is the spark, but purpose is what keeps the embers burning. I love this concept. of going through the steps of self actualization because it will help you become more aware of your surroundings. It will help you make better choices that are to the benefit of you and your family and your future endeavors. And it will help you live a more inspired life. Well, if you like the show, share it with somebody you know and maybe give us a thumbs up, a comment, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss all of this excellent information to help you understand what makes us humans tick.